That was Bryson Griffin at the hit. And here comes Clay Clenard, the man that has scored the 2 points for Clayton now at the plate for the third time.
Leadoff batter for the Clayton now 0 for 3 in this contest. And here comes Clenard up to the plate. He owns the 2 runs. He is the one who has crossed the plate.
The shortstop junior. The pitch comes in from good, and he'll knock one out of the ballpark.
Man, that one's going to land in the woods big time.
And they're 1-1 on your count. One ball,
squirrels.
1 strike, 1 out. We're in the top of the 5th here. Jake Good, pitcher for Garner, throws it in. Swing one right at the pitcher's face. He had to duck to get out of the way. Clenard with a single, maybe a double. He'll stay at first. So a swing right down center at the gut of pitcher Jake Good. He had to do nothing but Jake get out of the way.
It was all self-defense there, buddy. He had to move or that would have been trouble.
And a run on first for Clay Clenard. And this will bring up now number 20, Tristan Rooney,
that puts
the right fielder sophomore.
Clenard now is 2 for 3 with a walk. Both of his hits right up the middle, too.
A wild pitch thrown. The catcher quickly getting under it in time by Max Wimberly. He'll throw it back to the mound to Good. And the runner at first will stay with Clenard. Clay Clenard, the points man for Clayton so far in this game so far. A pitch, a hit, is going to go foul. 1-1 on your count. 1 out, top of the 5th.
Runner on first base, that's Clenard.
Clenard, Tristan Rooney at the plate. 1-1. Swing and a left fielder.
That's going to
get to it in time.
Nice
Good
play.
work by the shortstop.
It's going to be safe.
Good work by Nolan McLean, shortstop for Garner to make the stop of the save, but the players will advance their bases.
That's right.
Clenard will go to second, and we will have Rooney go to first.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the shortstop making that play. He wasn't able to make the throw. He did get it to second, but he was safe. But the fact is, if that ball gets by, you may have runners on the corners. And he kept the ball in front of him and did not allow the runners to advance. Nice play by the young man.
Number 18, D.H. Mark Coates with a swing and a drive to right field.
It's over his head.
It's over his head. He couldn't get to it in time. That's Harrison Garner. And the Comets are trying to come in to score. Clenard trying to make his third point. He'll get stopped at third. Stopped at second is going to be Rooney. And we have the bases loaded 1, 2, and 3 for the first time of the season of this game with Comets and Garner, Bruce Barry.
And the bases are loaded. And another waterlogged baseball gets thrown out.
A swing to right field by the DH of Coates. Couldn't get it in time, was right fielder Harrison Garner. It went over his head. He finally threw it in, but they loaded up the bases before it.
Now,
number 6 to bring him home, that's sub Josh McCoy, the junior.
And the infield is in.
The pitch, down the plate. They're going to call a ball on that one at 1-0.
They realize that this is very important here. They need to make this out here and not allow a run to score.
Bases loaded. Clayton leads by 1. 2-1 here. The pitch, and it will go foul. Look out, lights. Look out, birds in the trees.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases loaded. Number 8, Dunlap.
Dunlap, one of the third baseman.
Dunlap comes to the plate 1 for 2 in this contest.
Jackson Dunlap, Jr., third baseman. And they still got 2 outs to play with also.
That's right. He can sacrifice. If he hits one deep, he can drive a run in, get an RBI on a sacrifice.
The 2-1 pitch. Swing, second ball goes into the trees. Look out, Cardinal.
I'm just real happy they're hitting them all to the right side of the field because my car is parked right over here on the left side of the field. We need to stay away from that side.
Clear.
Oh, swing and a miss.
I'm just glad we have some type of a netting protecting us.
That's all.
It's from our broadcast position. Now, if it gets there's been games I've called where the balls have got really, really high above the fencing, and it still hits the booth. So, yeah. We're at 2-2 now. 2-2. The pitch. He's going to nick one, and that's going to be a foul. So 2-2 still.
He's protecting that outside of the plate. That was for sure on that.
I figure they bring somebody to the plate to swing it home.
So the count's 2-2, 1 out.
Jackson Dunlap with the bases loaded for Clayton. 2-1 to score. The pitch by Jake Good for Garner. Knocks one right to the pitcher, throws it in right to the plate.
That's a double play.
Double play. Bases loaded for Clayton. Garner comes back and shuts the door on him from home plate, keeping Clenard from scoring. And also tagging out number 8 of Jackson Dunlap. And that will wrap up the top of the 5th. Good baseball right there.
Yeah, absolutely. So how you're going to score that is 1, 2, and then 2-3 for the double play. So that's a 1, 2, 3 double play.
Wow.
And and then they threw the runner out at home, and then the catcher turned and threw the ball. And I liked what the catcher did. The catcher, after he tagged, all he had to do was touch the plate with his foot. He took a step towards the line and then threw right down the line.
That's right.
Knowing that he wouldn't be able to hit the runner going down the line. A really, really nice play. Well coached play there that they made on that 1, 2, 3, that double play. That's a different kind of double play that you would see, but that's exactly what the Trojans needed right there in keeping this a one-run ball game.
Don't normally see a lot of double plays done from home plate. But definitely saw this one here just take place, taking out Clenard and also Dunlap. And great work by the Garner Trojans for sure.
Yeah, and you might want to circle that play as we go on down in the latter part of this game. If the Garner Trojans could pull this one out, maybe win by a run or something like that, that was a huge play in this ball game. The 1, 2, 3 double play, but then remember there wasn't but 1 out. So that right there stopped the threat.
So for Derek,
double play.
For Derek Gaffina and the Garner Trojans baseball team, they now prepare to go back to the defense here. Brandon Luss will prepare to get back to offense. Comets will go back on defense, and we'll get ready now for our next player to come to the bat, and that's 7th in rotation, 2nd in the order, Jackson Lucas, number 3, freshman, 3rd baseman. He's about to hit for Garner. And Erpenbeck still on the mound for Clayton. He'll knock one to the net.
So what you have coming up, you have Lucas up now. On deck will be the designated hitter, Norris, and Wimberly is in the hole.
Unless they change the rotation.
Of course.
And we have seen Clayton several times tonight already change and put in sub-players. Pitch by Erpenbeck, about hit the foot of Lucas. No call, 1-1 on that call.
Yeah, it looked like that curveball just got away from him a little bit.
1-1. Lucas at the plate. The pitch by Erpenbeck. And they're going to call ball on that one.
Ball outside.
2-1 your count.
Clayton leads 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning, a 5th inning stretch, if you will.
Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern from Garner. We're at Garner tonight. We're at Clayton tomorrow. We're going to have softball coverage for you on the CRN Sports Network. It is Clayton hosting the Triton Hawks. Airtime 6:45 Eastern with the Symmetry Fast Pitch pregame show. And then the fast pitch, first pitch will begin at 7 o'clock. And that will be tomorrow night on the CRN Sports Network. Our coverage down the stretch of spring sports. We covered football, basketball. What a blast that was for winter. And now we're in the spring. And these kids have about less than 2.5 months of school left, Bruce Barrett, and then they can call it quits for the summer.
Swung. Here's a pass ball that's gotten by.
They're going to call it fair, too.
No, what it was a 3rd strike swing, and the catcher did not catch the ball. It goes to the backstop. The batter can advance to first base, and if they don't throw him out, He is on. They're going to charge that an error.
Wow.
To the catcher.
So can we say that is a mulligan for Jackson Lucas, definitely?
Well, whatever you want to call it, it puts a man on first base with nobody out. But what they'll do, they've just officially called it was an error on the catcher, and the runner advanced on the error.
To the error on Jonah.
And it would be a strikeout, but not an out.
And the error is not on Jonah Gill. He was the original catcher. It's on Reynolds Hall, the sub-sophomore for the Comets. He's at catcher now. Erpenbeck still at the plate, runner at first, and at the plate hitting is Addison Norris, the designated hitter, senior number 6. 0-0 on the count, the pitch. And he's going to bunt it. He'll run and run and run. He got him out. And so Norris will go out. You have Lucas advancing to second. And good work by Erpenbeck getting it quickly to the first baseman of Harrison Deutsch for the Comets.
Now, what that actually does, now you think about it, you have a runner in scoring position, there's one out, but that pass ball, the error on the catcher where the runner advanced actually gives a team 4 outs, if you think about it, because that was a strikeout. It will be scored as a strikeout, but not an out because it was a swinging strikeout. But because he was able to advance, the defense does not get the out.
Number 8 at the plate, Mike Red, actually, senior sub.
Foul ball.
And they'll call foul ball.
Catcher fielded the ball in the foul territory. Therefore, it calls it dead there as a foul ball. 0-1 the count.
Mike Red, first time we've seen him in hitting action on the field tonight. Senior player for the Garner Magna Trojans. And by the way, I apologize for the Garner players if they're listening, because I know that this is Garner Magnet High School, meaning that this is a year-round school. They're in school year-round, so there's no a swing to center field. Nice drive. Sam Carmillo finally throws it in. Garner will tie the game. How about that?
And how big now is that error?
Number 3, Jackson Lucas, coming in and tying the game now. We're at 2-0. 2 runs scored here now. It's the 2-2 game. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
And only 1 out now. Runner on first base.
The leadoff run is at first for Garner if they can bring him in.
And they'll be the top of the lineup now. It'll be McLean coming up. He grounded out his first time at bat and had a base on balls his second time at bat.
Looks like we have a meeting on the mound.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2 so far in the game.
Looks like the catcher, Reynolds Hall, Erpenbeck, and the pitching coach having a meeting on the mound right now. That error cost him, like you said, that mistake.
Yeah, you got to field the ball on the third strike. If it gets by the catcher and he doesn't make it, he has to throw him out at first, and they were unable to do that because the ball went all the way back to the backstop.
Right.
And it was heads up by the batter by just taking off.
And number 11, Nolan McLean. We're at the third time top of the rotation for Garner. Nolan McLean at the plate. And Nolan McLean is the senior shortstop, number 11. First pitch comes in. It's a ball, 1-0 on your count.
The leadoff batter of the for Garner, top of the order.
Erpenbeck still at the mound. Throws it to first. Safe.
Diving back there. Had to get back in a hurry.
So checks the runner at first. He'll get himself a stance to go. Erpenbeck will check. Come back. Throws it in at plate. Swings one. It's going to go foul, it looks like. No, it's active. It is active. He couldn't get it in time. I'm sorry. I lost track of the ball myself. Camden Kapusta lost the ball. Throws it in. And they're quickly going to make him run to first and second, but no advancement from there.
I don't know that he touched the ball, so it's going to be scored a hit. But the ball, it was lazy. He was trying to get under the ball, and I guess it was swirling out there or something, and it just went down to the ground. He was unable